Welcome to another video. Walk on the wilder side, and I'm here in a bit of a wild and windy Blackpool. Can you see the tower there? Oh, look at that. It's all lit up in orange, tangerine. I'll probably say tangerine. There'll be a reason for that. If I find out, I'll put a link in the description, but the tower does tend to light up in a solid colour for charities or things like that. You know, you can actually pay to have the tower lit up in whatever colour you want to support a charity. Can you believe that? Yeah, you can actually do that. You know, it's not cheap, but you can do it anyway. It's actually Black Eye Friday today, but I'm filming this first thing in the morning. So this is the last Friday before Christmas, and it's normally when work breaks up, workers break up, you know, and they have the parties and that sort of thing, and they go out on the town. Some people call it Mad Friday, like Black Eye Friday, because it tends to kick off quite a lot. Now I can't go out tonight because I'm going to be at a posh meal somewhere where it probably will not kick off. But will it kick off here in Blackpool? Well, I don't know, because I won't be out tonight. Anyway, I think I'm almost at 80,000 subscribers, so I want to thank everyone who's subscribed to the channel recently. Welcome to the channel, and all those who've been with me since the start. And I thought I'd take a little look around Blackpool quite early for a change. The sun hasn't even got up yet. Yeah, but I'll tell you what, it's looking like a nice day though, despite the wind. I don't know if you can see these bushes behind me. Well, you obviously can see the Metropole there behind me. I'm just by this like mini golf course here at North Shore, and I tell you what, we've got high tide at the moment by the look of it, and it's looking pretty rough. So let's take a little look around, shall we? Well, the seagulls are mobbing. Look at all these seagulls here. They're going mental. Hey, you know, when I went to Tenerife for a few days, and I never even saw a seagull all the time I was there. The Tenerife does have seagulls, doesn't it? Anyway, these are the beer monster shelters, or I call them the beer monster shelters. It's where people like to come and have a little drink and maybe smoke a bit of wacky backy. It's a bit of an interesting area. Anyway, let's have a look at this. Oh, look at that, come on. That looks pretty rough, doesn't it? We've got a 35 mile an hour gust today coming from the southwest. So it's like a typical wind that we get in Blackpool. And I tell you what, it's not that warm. But I think we're in for a nice sunrise, you know. We are in for a nice sunrise. But anyway, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'm going to have a little walk down here. This is the Princess Parade Crazy Golf Course. And it's got this entrance here where we go down the steps. You see, these look like there were two very posh lamps at one time. Yeah, they've got some on the other side as well. So let's have a little look down here, shall we? Get away from the wind down here. So we've got this ticket booth here. I don't think it's in use nowadays. I mean, there were some people that did it up a couple of years ago, and the Crazy Golf Course itself is all right, but I'm just not sure whether it does get abused, unfortunately. You get beer monsters sitting down here and people up to no good and that sort of thing. That's just what happens, isn't it, you know? But looking at the Crazy Golf Course, I mean, there's nothing. Oh, look at that there, look, someone's let the dog do it. Honestly, I mean, the Crazy Golf Course itself is not looking too bad. It wouldn't take much to do this up. It would be nice, wouldn't it? You know, if you could get this running and get some people down here playing I like a bit of crazy golf myself. Now, they've got these bushes around the side which grow very well. It's called tamarix. Tamarix, and that's got an amazing pink. I'm not sure if it's a flower or whether it's just the colour changes, the tips go pink in spring and summer, I think. Looks like the council have been chopping some of this down a bit here along this path. Look at this, look at the railings here, look at this, look at that. That is a proper railing, that, isn't it? Just up here we've got Blackpool's only, well, I would say only skyscraper. How many stories is that? 10 stories? I'm surprised they were allowed to build that, you know, because it's not that far from the tower, is it? When you think about it. We did have the Leighton high-rises, of course, and they were, the tallest one was 22 stories. Now this one's only 10. But not quite a skyscraper. Anyway, the illuminations are on. I thought the illuminations might be on. We're just looking north, up Promenade. I'll tell you what, it is really busy. I'm filming this around about what time? I don't even know what time it is. About 8 o'clock. But it is looking so busy. Yeah, so here's another view. Oh, I can see the starlings. Did you see that? I can see all the starlings flying away from the north here over the hotel. Oh, I don't know if you can see that on the video. Let's see if I can zoom in a bit. So all the starlings, you know, you get the flocking, they flock, don't they, at sunset around the north pier. Well, I just saw a load of them flying over the... Oh, there's that elite tram again. Wow, that's quite fancy, isn't it? Elite competitions. Let's just turn around. So we've got pampas grass here, which is getting a bit windswept. Not sure if you can hear that wind, but it is pretty strong. I'm just wondering how much they get per year for having those big communication masts on the top of the flats. I don't know. It must be worth a few grand a year, that, mustn't it? We've got a bit of a garden going around it as well. A bit of a lawn there. By the way, if you're not subscribed to the channel, please hit subscribe. It doesn't cost anything. This road is called Bank Street. We've got the sign up there. Looks like we've got a building here on the corner which is, was it a hotel or something? All rooms en suite. Doesn't look like anyone's been through that door for a while. I might be wrong, but yeah, it doesn't look like it's in use. Mind, there are some quite swanky hotels around here actually. We're just on the edge of the Pride Village. That one's called the Lexham. Let's have a look this way. Down there, there's a club down there called Infusion, and it's an interesting club. It's a swingers club. I tell you what, just have a look down this way, shall we? This is called General Street. Yeah, it's just over there. I don't know if I've ever seen it open. Infusion Blackpool.co.uk. Look it up. Find out what it's all about. It's interesting. I'll say that much. So I've just come into Cocker Square. This is Cocker Square. They used to have swimming baths here, but I think it was before my time. Cocker swimming baths. As we look up that way, we've got a council sweeper there out. They're out really early, aren't they? We've got the Caledonian Tower Hotel here. I think that used to be called Liberties, didn't it? Let me know if you stayed at any of these hotels. What street are we? Oh yeah, it's Cocker Street. We're on Cocker Street now. So we're on Cocker Street now, and I'm just heading up towards Dixon Road. Oh, we got a bit of a scrap on with the seagulls there. It's kicking off in Blackpool with the seagulls. Yeah, so this is Dixon Road. I think we're going to have a nice sunrise, folks. And there are a couple of nice churches on Dixon Road, but I'm not too sure whether any of them are in use or if they've been turned into swanky apartments. They do that with some of them, don't they? That's a grand old building, isn't it? Look at that there, connected to the church. I wonder if that was a school at one time. It probably was, wasn't it? Well, look at the windows. Look at that window there. I went in there not a few years ago and there's a cafe, like a community cafe in there. What have we got here? New bar venue opening 2025. The Bailey Hotel, 68 Dixon Road. Interesting, what was it? It's next to Peekaboo's, whatever it is. I can't remember what it was, but I think it's already open, isn't it? So they just haven't taken down the hoarding yet. Got some work in progress here. Not a very pretty sight, but something, at least it's been done up. It's like a pretty big job, that, isn't it? This is the Duke. Not the Duke of York anymore, just the Duke. Aye, interesting name change there. Oh, look at that, that is the sky. Oh, look at the starlings, can you see them? Oh my God, look at that. That is an amazing sight, folks. You know, I capture all kinds of nature on this channel. I capture sunsets, wild weather, and those amazing starlings when they do the murmurations. But in the morning, funny enough, whenever they fly away in the morning, they just fly straight away. They don't do any of that fancy, you know, where they swirl around all over the place. They don't do that in the morning. They just fly straight away to wherever they're going. That's looking back down where I just was before. We've got Neela's News and Booze. You know, the thing about these convenience stores is that they always tend to have stuff on display that's not good for you, don't they? You know, sweets, crisps, alcohol. Anyway, I'm making my way towards the town centre. Now this place has been done up fairly recently. Is it apartments, holiday apartments? I don't know, but it looks pretty good. They've done a good job with it. But this building here, I remember that when it was a bit of a wreck. So it's had some money spent on it. Look, it's kind of like a deco-ish kind of plan to that, isn't it? I like that. I like the shape of the way that's been done. It's Formium. That's a Formium, by the way, that plant there. Yeah, really good. I mean, Blackpool could really do with some more green in the town centre because it's always been devoid, and this goes back a long way. When Blackpool was growing, they didn't really allow enough green spaces in the town centre. I mean, we do have a lot of green spaces, but they're not on the tourist trail. They're not really on the, you know, where the tourists go so much. Stanley Park is the biggest example, but it's a fair walk from here. You'd have to walk at least half an hour to get to Stanley Park, and that's quite a long way. That's the old Odeon Cinema, of course. A lot of you will be familiar with that. It's been Funny Girls since about, just getting a honk off the wagon driver there. Funny Girls since, I think it was 2000. When did they move into this building here? I know they started on Queen Street, and then Basil Newby, who runs Funny Girls, bought the Odeon cinema. I remember going here to watch Star Wars and all sorts of things. There, yeah, the Odeon. Anyway, we'll carry on. Number 16, Dixon Road. Well, I tell you what, it's quite a grand doorway, that, isn't it? And look at that. That's, would you say that's a hand-painted sign or not? I'm not too sure, it might not be. But solicitors, commissioners for oaths. Yeah, well, that was a long time ago, I think, that, I'd say. Next door, we've got a burger place, and we've got this sign here above there, pizzas and burgers, but this might have been a solicitor's or an accountant, but these days, I'm not really sure, really. It looks like another one of those doors that no one's used for a long time. I wonder what it's like beyond some of these doors, eh? Yeah, interesting. So I'm now on Queen Street. There's a tram coming in. Now there is something up here by the, got this fence here, and they planted a load of ivy in planters, and I'm not really sure why this has been done. Can anybody tell me why this might have been done? Because I was wondering whether these ivy would survive just being in these planters, and why they didn't dig a proper trench for them. Instead, it looks like some of them have been abused a bit. Some of them have been kicked. Can you see that's going to happen, isn't it? If they'd have had like a proper trench for them, it would have been better, but I'm not really quite sure why the council have actually done this. It's one of those mad ideas, isn't it? There is like a low fence there, you know. I'm not really sure about that, folks. If anyone could let me know why the council have decided to plant all this ivy along the side of North Station, even when there was I mean, yeah, it's greenery, I know, and I did say that Blackpool needs a bit more greenery. Let's have a look at the tower. Oh, there you go, Blackpool Tower. Hey, the sky's getting brighter now. Blackpool is waking up. I'll just turn around and I'll go back the other way. Yeah, so it's Black Eye Friday today, although I am out early. It's not kicking off at this time, but it might be kicking off tonight. Are you going to be going out on Black Eye Friday? Let me know. For that there. Hey, they're on the ball, Blackpool Council, with the sweepers. I know someone who used to work on the street cleaning team, and they used to get up at used to start at 4 o'clock or something ridiculous like that. That's the Catholic Club, by the way. The Blackpool Catholic Club. Function suite available. We welcome all visitors and non-members. So we've got this building here, which used to be a job centre. In fact, I remember going in there once to get a job on the corner of Queen Street and Abingdon Street, and it's been shut up for a long time. They're supposed to be turning it into a hotel, but when that's going to happen, I don't know. Just across the road, we've got Infused Fusion Tattoo Studio, and I remember when this was Cave's Corner. Yeah, Cave's Corner, and it was not really a souvenir shop. It was this old wallets and handbags and all sorts of gifts and things like that. It was a nice shop, but these days tattoo parlours seem to do a bit better, don't they, than those kind of shops. Just over here we've got this wasteland, of course, where they knocked down that block of hotels. That'll probably turn into a car park or something. I don't until they decide to build something on it. Yeah, so if it's going to kick off in Blackpool, well, it could well kick off down here, because this is Queen Street, where all the pubs are, the main pubs. We've got Cowboy Ink there. Here we've got Sherlock's. Someone was asking me the other week about Sherlock's. Is it still open? I think it is. I'll see why not. On this side we've got the Slug and Lettuce. That's a little bit quieter, I'd say, than these banging places over the road. We've got Bar 19. It's not the sort of place where you go for intelligent conversation, I wouldn't say. Notorious. Walkabout, of course. Coming down to Queen Square, we've got a giant Christmas present in the middle of the square, and we've got some nice plants here, look. Oh, look at that. Well, the council have made a bit of an effort here, haven't they? Soul Suite over there. Plenty of takeaways and that as well. Let's have a look down here, shall we? The Strand. And get a cracking view of the tower, look at that. Ooh. Down here we've got Pop World. Oh, not to forget the lap dancing club, Sinless, and also Jason Fubar's Rum Bar. Blackpool's only Christmas themed bar, Christmas pop-up bar, the back of the trilogy here. Yeah. Well, at least I thought that was connected with the trilogy, that, but I'm not too sure. I remember when this building was the Royal Bank of Scotland. It's been turned into Airbnbs now with the H2O bar on the ground floor. The Royal Bank of Scotland's always used the same sort of brick for their buildings, at Portland Stone, I think it is. Oh, I can hear sirens, it's kicking off in Blackpool as the tram leaves. Where's it going? Fleetwood. All aboard for Fleetwood Ferry. Probably just an ambulance. Yeah, it's an ambulance. So there you go, that was Black Eye Friday here in Blackpool, although I cheated a bit and I came out in the morning because, like I say, I'm going out for a swanky meal later on and it's probably not going to kick off. But you never know, it might do. Is it going to kick off here in Blackpool? Well, let us know if you're going out on Black Eye Friday. But I'm going to leave it there now. If you like the video, hit the like button and also hit subscribe and tick the bell for notifications of new videos, and I'll see you again on the next one.